Those are those days. Means of transactions. Do you understand? In the days of slave trade, whereby the European guys came to Africa and colonized people, this colonization is kind of different. The first part is that they came to Africa, colonize the black, take them to Europe to use them as slaves. The next phase of that is that they have to bring their delegates from, for instance, in Nigeria, for example, now they have to be delegates from Great Britain, then, which is now the UK, into Nigeria to now colonize us in our own land, on our own territory. Liaising with who? With our kings, our rulers, and the likes, in exchange for maybe gunpowder, even things as cheap as Nero. That is because these people has mental, psychological power more than us. They have these things more than us in those times. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So, what happened as time goes on is that when they examine people that are colonized as slaves, I'm talking about over there now, they have to observe them that I think this one is smart. They have to think of, they have to examine them, observe them, and think of selecting people that are more smarter, that can do things more properly, more efficiently from people that are dumb. Do you understand? Do you know that intelligence is not about education? That people that are not educated, they are smart. I just feel like if they can just have that point of being educated, they can go much more further. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, I'm gonna drive this point to where I'm going now. You just follow the storyline. Do you understand? So now to look at it, okay, let's select this individual, this one. That's what they are trying to transition into from slave trade into industrial revolution. Then they are using human being for large scale farming. If you want to farm, maybe do like almost 10 hectares of land, now human being these guys won't be doing themselves. They will not do those things themselves. They still have to use those slaves, but the smarter ones that they can train. That they have to select them, train them on how to use those farm implements or farm machines or machineries. Do you understand? And those people now feel, I'm very sure those people will feel like they're a little bit higher than other slaves, but they are still slaves. It's ideology. So I'm just trying to let you understand. Nigeria, for instance, currently now we have so many outdated curriculum in our school syllabus or whatever. I study computer science. For instance, in my days, in my 200 level, we are still doing this course, Fortran. Fortran has been written in, let's say, I think 1980 something, and that was 2015. We are still studying Fortran. Whereas there's other high-level language in that year that we should be learning. So, the economy, one, the government, the atmosphere we find ourselves in this part of the world, has designed us to think in a certain way. That is why they call it curriculum, syllabus. That's why most of them cannot think outside this kind of a thing. I'm very sure most of our parents will be telling us, if you can come out with distinction of upper credits, you can get job in this, this world we had has moved from salary earning, a 9 to 5, into knowledge acquisition. People that are working in secretariat, even people that are working in your school, in office, let's say your bursary department, they have the way of doing it. Everything is laid down. It's almost very the same. Fine. What they are doing is just what is being taught in Christianity or Islam, but it is just like the religious version of those things. But it's still the same. It's still very much the same. So we just need to understand. That we need to think outside the box. Don't let the nation, don't let the psychological team program from our school, from our family, from our street, from our ideology to change how far we can think. Everything does not end about school, though. It doesn't. For for instance, one of the biggest photographer in Nigeria now that is doing photography for multinational brand. I don't know if anybody know this guy that owns Activated Studio. What is his name? Mr. Phelix. Very cool boy. Activated Studio.
Who's very good?
Amazing Clef.
Amazing Clef.
Amazing Clef. Amazing Clef stopped at secondary school level. He doesn't have degree. Look at the guy today. Do you understand? Pepsi, multinational brand. Fanta, Techno, all this Techno Mobile is the main photographer for all those big brands. It is not about the BS, it's not about the first class. I'm not saying it is wrong, it is good. It will give an added advantage at some point. But it's not, that is not it. But I'm telling you now that you have a place to study photography. Photography, right? Now, think about it beyond the course you studied in school. If I want to ask you the question now, do you love photography as a course of study? Is that what you apply for?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And they give you?
Yes.
Anybody that applied for, that doesn't apply for photography, but you are just giving photography as a choice? Anybody here? What did you apply for?
Computer science.
Computer science. We're leaving the criteria.
Yes.
They give you photography. And you too. What do you apply for? Art and design. You're doing photography. Okay. So let's say this is like your second year, into the course. So you now that you apply for computer science, that is not what you do initially. We're given photography. Do you like photography?
Yes.
Yeah, your yes, black. Do you like photography?
Yes.
How about you?
Yes.
You like photography. You want to do photography. Do you want to do photography for a living?
Yes.
Can you do it for free? For instance, let's say, imagine why you've done all your homework, you're now a good photographer, you can do some basic, let's say you can shoot, let's say like the base of let's say they have like an annual GM meeting of a company, they just wanted to cover and stuff like that. You know these guys, they have money. Let's say the annual turn about that company is around, let's say like 15 M. Annual turn over after paying everything. I say, okay, come and do this one for free. For free.
Yes.
Why would you do it for free? Because
I don't know.
they have money, they don't want to pay you.
Yes.
And that's your first major project you want to get. Can you do it for free?
Yes. Yes.
Why would you do it for free?
Because from there, I can get connection from there.
Connection.
Yes.
Okay, let's say you now do the whole thing, no connection. How will you feel?
I'll feel good at least. I still put that, push that on my ID.
In your IG page or your portfolio. That's good. Madam, what's your name?
Okiola.
Okiola?
Okiola.
Okikiola. How about you? Why would you do it for free? More connection. Okay. Okay, what if there's no connection? What would you do? This now brings me to the next phase of what I'm trying to connect the dots together. You see, anything you are doing in this world or in this career part of photography, listen, never have the motive in mind about money. The money will come. But if your primary motive about doing it is the money, then you are shortchanging yourself. You are. Let me give you a background story. 2019, during my service here, I came because I've had my premeditated thought about settling down in Ibadan and everything. I grew up from Shagamu, Ogun State. I schooled in Laro, Ogun State. So I knew that I was supposed to apply when I got back to Ogun State. I've known because I did my IT in Ibadan. Yeah, it's a design firm at area. So I've known that I want to settle down here and build my photography business and everything here in Ibadan. Not because I love Ibadan, just like that. But anywhere I go, I try to see what is the problem in this environment. That That is what I'm trying to solve. When I was in school, I would do something. Sometimes they would say, this guy in Lagos we go deal. I said, no Lagos I did, I Laro I did. They go shout, he's not calling now. Can you call now? For the fact that I grew up in Shagamu and I schooled in Laro does not mean I will not take my mind further from those locations. Do you understand? There is none of my job in photography design that you will see. Now, if they tell you this job is done in the UK, you say that UK not a shit. So as a creative, take your mind on a journey. Take it far. It will help you in the long run. So back to my story. So when I came to Ibadan, then I started because once I started service here, I was late 2018. I'm counting down already. So but over here 12 months, my service here but I've known that before I start that I want to establish. But I have this 1 year to put many things together so that I can know where I'm going. So then I was thinking what an average young person will think. I was thinking that way too. I've tried so many things that doesn't work. And I will tell you, if anybody that is telling all about their success, I tell this one it's not bad, that lie. Success, failure is still part of the journey. It's part of the journey. So then I wrote it. Now it's a graphic designer now. I go online, look for a template for a very perfect business proposal, business plan. I wrote the whole thing, write the whole thing, blah blah blah. I tag it for sponsorship. Do you understand? On the cover that I'm still a core member and the likes. So I send the full proposal to Nika FM at Fresh FM Ibadan. The first day I think that was after my senior years. I went there in my full 7x7 NYC uniform. I got there, I submitted the stuff. I said I would like to meet the MD or something. I said I can't meet him, I have to go through the HR to meet him. I said no problem. I think the one I didn't meet the HR, I dropped the proposal, the copy proposal. But before then, his younger brother, Phelix younger brother, Phelix, then he was in the UK. So we've been communicating on IG. Just to they say, okay, when it comes to Nigeria, we talk and see how we can go. But I was leveraging upon the fact that at least Phelix in the back, I do most of the service evening, which are music videos or all sorts of. They probably can just sell myself to him and all. So cut the long story short, first time I didn't sing. The second time, I think I went there, I dropped my proposal again, I didn't meet the HR, I didn't see him. The third time, I was made to meet the head of HR of Fresh FM then. And that's after I said I'm trying to I'm coming by, this is my proposal, I'm trying to meet him for sponsorship, blah 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 blah. The first thing they said, I think everything's in most one, and he said he said, you now flip through the page of the stuff, and I said, okay. He said, this thing now, okay, if we assist you, what will Fresh FM have to benefit from it? I don't tell you, son, I want to see. Just to see and everything. You are telling me how what will Fresh FM benefit from this? For you to know, on the long run, people does not send you at all. Have that at the back of your mind. Not even your family member. Yeah, family is everything. But it talks about business. Talking about your career, people don't send you. They want to know what would they have in return in that thing you want to do. What is their own share? What is the percentage? That time, to the extent that even the music producer of IFL, I know him one-on-one. I carried him along. He said, "Don't worry, he's going to talk with him." And blah blah. Nothing showed up. That is why you have to build up your craft. If it's photography you want to go into fully, go into it. Pick your niche. You want to be a portrait photographer, be a portrait photographer. If you want to be a lifestyle photographer, documentary, fashion, events, pick your niche from now. Brush it very well, polish it very well, be good at it. What people will give you money for is the value you offer, not your personal. Are you connecting the dots? I was trying to see him for favor to sponsor me for my center, blah 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 blah. But you saw the video I shot. That is value. The value I dispense, and he saw that and he called for me. That day I was standing before him. That day I said, what if you to shoot from loud like a one? What makes sense? Okay, you shoot from loud like a one. What makes sense? Okay, you try to fill out the shoes, blah blah blah. And we're feeling the whole deal that day. Things that I've been looking for 2 years, that I've been beating around the bush. What will beckon king into your lighting is the value you offer. See, if you beg from today to tomorrow, people don't send you. That's the hard truth. It might look like it's harsh, but that's the reality of life. Be good at what you do. Be very good at what you do. You might think the industry is saturated, is this. Currently, if you check World Odometer, currently is a site, the current population of the world now is 8.2 billion naira. 8.2 billion people on Earth currently. And it's ever increasing because we have more mortality and fatality every day. Do you understand? So, if you think your craft is saturated, if you think photographers don't too much for, let's say for Ibadan, let's say for your state or Southwest, polish your craft enough, be good at it, and you will say that thing again. You will say that thing again. I was telling my friend, Mr. Phelix, recently, I said my student first and I do book cover designs and the like very well. I just put up a video ad and everything, just simple ad, just one sponsor ad of 5,000 naira, just put it out there. Within 2 months, I spent 10,000 naira on the ad, and I was to make over 250k on book designs. Then I was saying, okay, I'm in about a year. Most of my clients are maybe 1 or 2. Everybody cannot be writing book every time. But many people are writing book every time, but they don't just know that you exist somewhere. So the earlier the better you understand and you get your mind positioned that there is nobody coming to help me. It is not a course. It is not a course. There is nobody coming to help me. That which I do, my skill, my talent, my craft. Unlock your phone and help is going to tell you for you to know how much time we are wasting our phones, our social media apps. If you see me on social media, for instance, if I get any of your phone here now and I go to your YouTube, I won't start anything just to scroll. I can know what you've been spending your time on. By not starting anything, just to scroll on your YouTube. I can know what you've been. You know how the algorithm works. When they search about a thing, maybe 1 or 2. Once you go, it's going to keep suggest something related to that thing. That is it. So, I'm not saying don't use social media, but what are you doing on social media? What? Someone was telling me you want to learn data science and everything. I said fine, but this data science you want to learn. Anytime I see you using your phone, whether you are watching Phone Akindele, or you are watching the latest gist in town and everything. No, it's not right. Yes, there should be time for you to catch fun and everything. Even TikTok, that most people are dancing doing. There are so many knowledgeable things you can school yourself on TikTok. I'm telling you, you can. But most of you today, like Jarvis and Bella, no, Jarvis want to kiss Bella. They want someone follow the car. You can choose to school on what you are doing. If you know what you are doing, if you check through my Facebook, you'll be seeing about things that I know. That is what you will see on my feed. That is what you see on my feed. And not every time you have to go to Pinterest, go to what they call the site again. Go to Medium, go to Reddit, and just be reading. You can school yourself on social media. You can school yourself on social media. Fine, I understand that our social media space is full of distractions, whereby it happens to be. I'm not saying I'm a saint. I will just read about something. I want to see this video. I want to go to IG. I will just open the first thing I will say, but it's going to be many. I will go to King of First I have to go back to the app. We go to my okay, I have to go back again. There are so many distractions. They are there to distract you, to take your time. But you have to train your mind that you have to make sure that you are using the social media efficiently and effectively. Do you understand? Do you understand? Back to my story where I was talking about the evolution story and the likes. I said you have to pick some individuals, train them how to use farm implements and the likes. So they now see that some of them are very smart, they train them a little bit, so they can they have more farm produce, they can do more in factory and the likes and the likes stuff like that. Everything that is why Nigeria gained independence in 1960 October, right? We are still in captivity. Let me tell you, we are still in captivity of the whites till now. Yes, we might say we are sovereign nation. They call it Federal Republic. That's called the Federal Republic of this Guinea. Even China too was recognized. Federal Republic of China, Federal Republic of this. But in our mind, the idea we can capture a man is in the mind. It's in the mind. What is breakfast? Okay. Ojaro. What is lunch, my brother? What is lunch? Afternoon. What is dinner? Eh? Night food. Who told you it is night food? Who told you it is breakfast? Who told you it is lunch? English.
Yes.
Okay, let's say one jaro.
Yes.
Who said this? Who said it's one jaro? Society. See, that is the power of curriculum. Do you know if you said you want to be eating twice a day, you said I want to be eating 12 noon, and my dinner let's say 7 o'clock. Yes, your body might want to cry, but yeah, just in a month, we adapt. One of the features about living things in biology is adaptation and tolerance. You remember in biology?
Yes.
We can adapt and tolerate anything. Just have that in mind. You can. But because the society has been built in a certain way, that is how we think in that pattern. We think in that pattern. An average institution in Nigeria and everything is where they were all designed in such a way that we ought to think in a certain direction. Okay, for instance, why do we wear school uniform? Why we're in school? You know why we're in school uniform? It's an ideology to make us think that we are a team. Are we really a team? So once we die in that uniform, okay. It's just for you know, we are under the leadership of this environment. So we have to do things in common in this. But it's just for a while. Everybody will grow up and go their own way and find out another clique of people to work with. Do you understand? I just have to touch all these things point after the other so that you can know that photography or school reduce never. I finished my secondary, I finished my institution, I graduated in 2018. I finished my NYC 2019. Till present, I have not used my certificate to apply for a job once. And there be a number that is nothing, as in 0.2, nothing day. I feel like, take me look, I can apply. Never. Why? Not because I can't do it, but this is my passion, and I've made that decision. I will thrive in this, or I will thrive in this. Do you understand? So many things take part in this journey. The first thing is yourself. Know what you are doing, and sit at it well. Let nothing discourage you. Most of your guys, most of your colleagues are into fraud. Some are doing Yahoo and everything. See, some people think that the highest thing you can happen to you is that when people do what eat a buy, so you now think building a house is the peak of career. Think about it again. Think about it again. I've given an assignment. Go and read about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of need. Abraham Maslow is a philosopher. He talks about hierarchy of need. For you to know that most of the things you are pursuing in this life can't live about everything.
Sir, your name again?
Abraham Maslow hierarchy of need. It's going to tell you this, you will see the level you are in life. Is it psychological need? Is it safety and security? Is it influence? Is it legacy? You will know where you fall to. For you to know we are just in a phase in our life. So why trying to prove what is not? Some things will take time. It will. But pay the price now, pay the sacrifice now, just so that you can know you can earn better tomorrow. Do you understand? I have worked with several national brand, international brand. In my branding, I do full business branding for businesses. I was working with a company in the UK, Membry Group, like 2 years ago. It was one of my things I was thinking I have to talk with them, just refer them to me, stuff like that. I talk with them, okay, you want to do this full branding, did their brief and everything, charge them, even though I overcharged them that time. I'm not going to get my money back eventually. But I charge them, they pay the money and all. After the thing, it is how you make people feel that matters. Do you know what they said? The company, they have a contact person, which is their, I think this is their CTO, then Mr. Deja something. He said, when I delivered the job, they said, so I need you to actually start thinking about this career path from now. Think about it. I will press from here. Does anybody have any question? Do you have any question with regards everything I said or outside the context of what I've told you today? I'm resting. Thank you.
Wow. I just want to say that today is not a coincidence, and I want us to take. There are some things that make a man. If you did not have a story to tell, I don't know where your life is still going. I knew that is what you do. You understand? And there are some things that, at least, if it's Ojulade, there are so many things like that I know that, okay, even though if I see it, I know that the person, they do this thing. But I know that there is more to this guy. I kept on doing my own business, and the guy did not have friends also. The funniest part is that, do you know who they call Wire? Not the one that the one Mama Soro, Theory, I'm talking about credit card, wire from this place to this place, from this one to this one, buying and sell of credit. You understand what I'm trying to say? And that is what this guy do. And to lender, you know how much they go to if you want to lend that, there is a particular money that you must pay. It's a godfather in that aspect. Like if I say godfather, they are calling him godfather. You won't pay. And this guy is very, very, when I met him, I know that there is something more to this guy than this. And I begin to preach my business to him. Anytime I'm doing something, I will just tell him that if I want to do a project and there is no money on grant, I just tell him that I trust God. God is going to do it. I trust God. God is going to do it. And I kept on doing my own thing. I will pray and I will face my life. And in the space of no time, the project is done. But I begin to shift his attention towards another way to raise fund. To cut the whole story short, the guy later came to me. He said, "What are you making over? Pay more, me shame. Wait till they worry this guy. You know, you discourage that, but you must not do this. You must not." But I begin to show him the part of a part that he can taint his life towards, so that he will not miss it. To cut the whole story short, the guy is into business now, and he raised every of his funds outside the whole thing. Anytime I came, I said, you have been telling us that we should trust God. I'm trusting God. I know that God will do it. Last week, we were telling him, he said, since I've been trusting God, he said, he just see that something is changing about his life. The funniest one, every bobo and wire to mash bobo bread block, pam, pam, Actually, I block. Actually, I block. Actually, I block. I'm not promoting from that. I'm just telling you that there is a better way to life than all those things. There is a process. And I was telling you that we don't just jump to this place. It's a process. It's a process. It's a process. Before I invite the third person to come, let me quickly invite so that I can share mine. Then we'll be the last person to talk. Please, I want you to jam your hands together as I welcome Mr. Yemi. Is the brain behind Hurricanes Media. This guy is a solid guy. I'm telling you, he's a solid friend, and a friend that if we are talking about people that have value, this guy is dead there. If this guy talked to you once and you did not change, I don't know who will change you. I don't know. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. That there are stages in life. I'll still be introducing him properly, but I quickly want to say this before we talk, and I want you to please, if you did not ask question, I will ask you question. Definitely, you know me for that. I'm definitely going to ask you question. Some of you knew what I want to say, but I will just have to recap it again. I started my whole journey of life, I mean the whole journey of creativity, without with nothing. I just jump, I start without having anything, any strategy, nothing. I just start. But in all this process, I noticed that there is what we call strategy and relationship. If you really want to grow or you want to be the person that you are dreaming of, you need to have a strategy. You dream towards your strategy, you work at it, and you have good relationship. Good and solid relationship. When I was in Adeyemi, I started my printing work, printing business with mouth. Like Ken of Egbashe, and you are using mouth to collect the job. I didn't have anything. I didn't know how to go about it. I was using mouth to collect jobs. Like mouth. And in the process of me trying to address people, or me trying to convince people about my crafts, a friend just called me and said, "You are just saying you are doing it." From that person, we collect 1,300 from me to brand the clothes, and I will collect 1,500 from the students, I mean from the organization or association that I want to do it for. Now, just 200 naira times 500 people. How much is that? 2 times 5, 10. That's 100k. 200 naira. That's 100k. Times 1,000 students. By using my mouth, just mouth, to say this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, because I know that there is I cannot boycott the process of progress. I cannot boycott it. I can't just boycott it. Fast forward to the NDs, I was choosing the boldness like that to do the whole thing. Now, I think my first project in printing, publishing, my real project, someone just called me, said, I know that you are doing the printing, the flyers, and I said, can you do the printing work, the publication? I said, I can do it. And he gave me the job. and the job is a federal government job, a publication. And as I did it like this, I cash out from that work, like that, like that, like that. Now, till the point at which, to this very stage, I want to tell you that there is a stage to everything. Don't boycott the process. Don't try to change things that I can quickly manipulate this, I can quickly manipulate this to get to this point. Ayé máa yọlẹ̀. Ayé máa yọlẹ̀. Now, he was talking about when he got to know Ayefele and some other parastatals like that he was working with. Sir and Mas, at least we that you are seeing here, we started from nothing, and from that nothing we have encountered people, people of value that we have presented our job to, and they have accepted it. Some in my photography journey, some even came to say they underpaid me after delivering their job. They underpaid. Money is not the whole thing. My wife knew, and because we talk, said money will come. But what are you putting to table for money to come? Is it fraud or the real thing? I don't know how to get this. I don't know how to my life is just like this. I don't know how to. That is why we are here. That is why you can ask us questions. That is why we are sharing our stories with you guys. That there is, this is not the end. The state that you are is not the end. We have been there. We've been there. There is process to things, and there is process to our journey in life. Don't cut it. Take the process and learn from people that you need to learn from. Take the process. Journey with the process. Don't boycott it. Don't boycott it. The photography that you are doing, the design that you are doing, you will make name, but don't cut the process. Don't cut the process. I always say this. I said there was a time that some of my friends like that they'll be talking to me in millions, and they did this thing. Me that they are talking to, I have not even seen 20,000. 50,000 is very, like Tiba Ribele is big money. But I have friends that are discussing with me in millions. If there is someone else, we need not turn it to another thing and I have a friend that is discussing million with me and he cannot help me, he cannot do this to me. I say my process is different. Because if I start opening myself up to them in my weakness, and please can you just, that will be the last time they will begin to discuss something with me. And that will be the last time they will be telling me opportunities, because they know that this one is looking for money now. I will tell them, okay, you can do it like this. That project, take this play. Don't worry, pass the through. You understand that I was even shedding light to some of their projects, and they are discussing in millions with me. And me that they are discussing millions with, I'm telling you reality. But I said to myself, one day is one day that I will be discussing in millions. We'll be talking to ourselves like this, and we'll be on the same pace, on the same level. Don't cut your process. You will get there. That's why you need to be diligent. Be diligent. At least at present now. Before, like last in the beginning of this year, I was working with 2 companies like that in UK, designing products for them and the likes. From a company to 2 to 3 At present now, I'm working with 5 companies in UK, and last week they've already introduced me to another 2 companies that I'll be helping them to do their packaging and the likes. They have already sent their design and I'm done with it. It's just to carry out with the project. But I started with a referrer, someone from you understand what I mean? Someone from this Nigeria, someone from, he just referred me, and this person can help you to do this. But I am very diligent. I do it as if this is my last project. Don't boycott the process. Don't boycott the process. And I will be welcoming my dear friend and the brain behind Arikran's Media is a man that, if you hear him talking, then you understand what I'm trying to say. It's a privilege that we have him amidst us tonight. Today. He's an husband of 1 and a father of 1. A father of 1. He's organizing a workshop now, and the workshop is just 50K. A workshop that you are here, you understand, this is just free, but people are paying him 50K for a workshop just to talk. Before the end of the year, he has another meeting in Lagos that will be attending as a speaker. But I don't want you to take this as a privilege. As I don't want you to take it for granted. Take it as a privilege, so that you can hear and what God wants you to do, or what you really desire your life to be in the future. I want you to learn it now, so that you won't make mistakes. Thank you, and God bless. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, this is not my first time here. I think I'm seeing new faces here. I want to, they're my guys, so I don't know anything. Sorry, let me just swing the chair so I can face them. They're my guys, so we can actually interact. So, that's Incents Studio. These are the pillars. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, my guys. I met them. I met them. I met them. Okay, I met them in church. Okay, and a church is a platform. It is an institution. An institution is where you learn for free. Okay, but for curriculum, you have to pay for some institution. Like what we're doing as an institution. So you are learning, you are getting a workshop for free. So I met them, and I met Incents, I met them. They taught me photography. He gave me in knowledge and insights. Okay, that's just him. He's a multiple man. I see this man. He can do anything that requires the media. Same likes to Mr. Phelix. So I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity for me to be here. I'm so sorry to be, I came late, so I would apologize for you all. And then my regards, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Mr. Phelix. They've been a wonderful brothers for just a short time. And I don't know how to start. I actually have a slide out. I said there was no slide, it's just a free talk. So I don't know how to perform it. But I heard Mr. Ebenezer have given you so many insights. And what I'm saying is that he's a man of, he's not an hustler in the media, in the industry. He knows, if someone can work like a CPU, he's a brain, but he doesn't talk, he does his own thing, he doesn't go past his own projects. Okay, so yeah, I have to give credit to them. If I was not opportune to meet them, to meet Mr. Phelix, and I don't know where I would have been. You understand? I don't know, but the way God designed our life is not for everybody. Okay, God designed you particularly for some certain reasons, and that's why I'm here to celebrate you all. You know, you guys have been here for the past few weeks or few months to learn something, and I want to guarantee you that anything you are learning from Mr. Phelix, just accept it. At times, your learning does not require practical process. Okay, your learning just requires just knowledge. At times, knowledge comes as deliverance. You don't have to see a military man now. If a military man is just walking now without a gun, you all will just be scared out. Is that a criminal here? Hallelujah. Sorry. I just said it. So, but if the thief should just come in, walk in like a normal person, you won't fear him. But when he brings out his weapon, you guys will go out in fear. Okay, you see this movie, I was watching a movie, something like that, and the people just came in like a worker. They came in like they are trying to clean up, renovate the whole set of got to the type of the movie. So they were doing other sort until they penetrated and entered the boardroom, and everyone was locked down. What am I saying? Most of the things you need to learn are hidden. The greatest thing that makes you to move from one position to the other position to other level are hidden inside a person. Okay, now I have someone, like I said, I don't know where to come from, but I believe they've done a lot of things. I'll just add little spices, okay? And when you cook rice, building concussion, or you get a student, when you don't have Maggi, put it there for you. Do you understand? Just for you to just add cold pap into it. So I believe they've done a lot of things. So I'll just add something that is going to help you. Okay, so I was discussing, I don't know what I was saying all the time, but as we are right now, I want you to see something. And I think last time I came here, I had a discussion with, did I meet you? What's the name? Wait, have you seen before? I met you there. Eh? Was she there? I think I met you for the first time, sir. I met you for the first time. I know you now. Because we changed your hairstyle. And Mary, what's the name? Eh? Oluwatosin. I'm just talking about new faces. So, this is my game. How you doing now? So, how's it been, the training like? You guys are all leaving, right?
Yes.
You're all leaving back to school. Yeah?
Yes.
Now let me tell you something. Everything you have learned here, I would advise you. You can learn a thing and you can forget the thing. It's very easy. Okay. Make sure you go to school back to continue with the business. Okay? Make sure you go to school back to continue with whatsoever thing you have learned. Resources is not your problem. Okay? Like I said, resources is not your problem. It's just collaboration. Okay, there's some time I don't have resources, I have to meet Mr. Ebenezer. The force of you moving to another extent is collaboration force. It's a collaborative force whereby you have to merge yourself with someone that knows something. I discussed something at the time. You meet someone, you form a clue. I mean, you create a business together. Because when you get back to school, the actual fact is that school activities is going to take a lot of things from you. For anyone having 2 years or 1 year left, please, I will beg your pardon. I'm begging you. Nigeria has gotten to a state at which anywhere you find yourself, any demography, any location you find yourself, you have to respond to Mokola. Unlike before, we all know generally like the way the country is. Anywhere you find yourself, that should be how Ibadan is. But now it's not how Mokola is. When you are in Bodija, you are in an elite place, you are in the form of Uliole, you see the quietness and atmosphere. Have you been to you see how noisy these places? Have you been to an exit? Have you been to the surrounding? You know that in this other part of the world, it's the atmosphere. That is what has been programmed. You can never go beyond that program. Even if you are trying to, that's why some people tend to live a fake life. Okay? People tend to live a fake life because they have to they have to adjust themselves into the atmosphere. That is the rule. You can get to a place at Molite, Ojaoba, and someone will shout, "Oh my man, go there," and you two have to like, what's going on? Don't go me. Do you understand? So it now determines on how you react to that response. What am I trying to say is that grow your personal brand. That's the best thing I can tell you now. Everything you are doing now is just laying a personal brand. He is a personal branding force. That's why he can do multiple things. He knows how to do like see, anytime I'm saying like this, I don't know what to say. He knows ambience light, he knows sound engineering, he knows live streaming, live streaming, he knows videography, he knows video editing. So you are so privileged to have someone that is just seated for free and you won't say anymore. Tell them that you have to drill him before you leave. You have to ask enough questions from him. He has been to this game for a long time. Okay, we are just learning from our guy. We are just learning from our guy. You understand? Grow your personal brand. Grow your personal brand. When you get to school, when you start making, you don't have to make 5,000. Your school, the demography are students. So anything you learn from graphics, go back to yourself and learn how can I create an identity for myself. That's the first thing. You ask yourself why, you ask yourself who are you ask yourself what you will become. I'm serious. The way this country is going now, I was telling you that in the next 5 years, you don't think if you're doing 5,000 there, you have to prepare yourself. While you are growing a personal brand, it gives you a skill of getting more opportunities. I learned from him. I learned photography. I converted photography into content creation. You see now, the knowledge passed, I converted to my own personal use. He has distilled himself inside of me. That is how it works. So everybody can learn photography, but not everyone can end up being a photographer. I was telling you, have you started that project?
No.
You've not been there. You've not been to any local community where people are playing football. Why? Why? How many months now? Last month. So it's not far away. Go to local communities where they are playing football. Start somewhere. Okay? It's over a month now. Before you know we are going to enter December 2025. You have a machine, you have a phone. You know what iPhone can do for you? You know what that iPhone can do? It's a machine. When Steve Jobs came, what it did was to come in with a sense of revolution. That is, it came with a simple design called user interface. That is, you can interact so well. You don't have to press your key. Someone was telling us, Steve Jobs was telling then that you can have 10,000 songs on your phone. And then we're carrying Walkman. When last you guys don't know Walkman. Walkman is just, you just put tape. You just put a tape And you have to listen to, if you are listening to, let's say those kind of human tap, cassette was all these plantation boys. Let me use Pursue, one. My dad loved listening to one so well and Barista. So whatever the God side one, whatever they do, I can change it. So that's it. I'm gonna play it. Now there's a part that my dad loved. You have to rewind back. But now you have user interface, UI, in all this UI, UX, something like that. That is, you can interact with your mobile device. You can swipe, you can click. It came again with a technology that something is called innovation. That is, you can have to save your storage. So that is, if your phone is lost, if your phone if your phone is missing, you can actually buy storage, which is cloud storage. Okay, it's called cloud computing. You say that now, it's innovation. It started with computer and stuff like that. It did not just settle for iPhone. We have MacBook, we have Apple Watch, we have AirPods, stuff like that. So everything in life is just personal branding. You have to start with that thing I gave to you. And I must see it as a project. The local community, people are playing football. Your job is to learn. You can't be making photography because I've just seen 3SC there. It's an international, even though it's local in Ibadan, it's an international because they are playing in the Premier League. So it's an international club. I think they won the Premier League. Is it last year or something like that? When this guy Salami was there, I don't know if I'm right. I don't know much about local sports, but I know once you can win the league, you are qualified to play African Champions League. Okay, so you build your personal brand. Everything you have learned, store it as a knowledge. You convert it to how can I convert myself into being valuable. Okay, you have to be able to see that you can make something, you can sell something. So I advise people start with a personal brand because personal branding is a stage where it takes a long time to achieve your purpose. It's a time of process. That is, even if you are into fashion, photography, you can decide. You have so many clients that are coming to make fashion. You can interact with the person. Do you have someone to take photo shoot for you? I can make a photo shoot for you. Then that person will now give you history. The person wants to make business with you will now give you history how the last photographer did to him or her. Then you come in and introduce your business. Then when you bring in a client for Mr. Phelix, your own is just to see.
There are many ways to make money, but most of us we feel like we have to leave school, we have to get to NYC, we have to leave NYC, we have to apply for 9 to 5. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. And the more you are planning to graduate, the more life gets tougher. I'm not here to scare you, that's just a breaking news. It gets tougher every day, your expenses increase. So anything you are learning, I beg. In fact, this is what I've been discussing for someone for a long time now. I just noticed that we're here in Africa, especially Nigerians, we don't believe in something called personal branding. And how do you grow your personal branding? You start with what you have. Do you have the device? You grow your online presence. You grow your online visibility. Like I used to say, there is no, the person that can pay you are those online. That's why you see people sit down online, they spend all the night, all these Yahoo guys, something like that. They stay there, no spend on $1,000,000 because it's the mind. And the fastest way to negotiate is to negotiate with the mind.
I can call it gift for you $2,000, and at that moment, because we are interacting on phone, you can feel like yourself. It's no pride. You can feel how much 10,000, how much is $2,000. But when we see in person, you assume that that money, my money is small. Can you collect 400,000? You see that now? It's the mind. And the mind is the birthplace of wisdom. So I beg you, learn personal branding, grow your online presence, start content creation. Start content. When I say start content, I'm not saying start dancing online. Start doing go with me to church, go with me to school. You don't make money with that though. I'm so sorry to say, for anyone who is a fan of Joe Black, Bella, all these guys, just give them space of 5 years. They will rap. It's not a prophecy. They will rap like Cotton. If they don't invest. You see them bringing out bands. Eh? You know how much it takes for you to maintain 2024 Lexus. Now, the money they are getting will not be consistent. That's money. The only thing they can survive is the personal branding they have. What you see is you are seeing a personal branding from them. So that's why they can say anything and people approved them as a new slang for the streets. Okay? Who know how your mouth know? You see this? How your mouth? I took time to study the guy. Ayomap went to meet Mohbad at the club. And he struggled himself in. The guy is a street guy. He struggled himself to meet Mohbad. I think for the following year, Mohbad was killed. He struggled and Mohbad said, bring this guy in. Now, Mohbad posted online that, watch out for this guy, you know. And I was just small like, hey, I'm Mohbad. Now, that signature was approved because a personal brand, Mohbad, approved him. Now, because of Mohbad, that has millions of followers across all platforms. I've seen him. And for Mohbad kind of class, the likes of Olamide, the likes of Ashake, their class will actually see the guy. And later on, I think the guy was signed. Is it in Olamide's record? Which record is that? Where? No, he can't just run the business like that. He's signed somewhere. Fireboy that. So he's on our what platform? Do you know what it takes for someone to run a music business? Do you know they run in millions? Eh? I don't know, but I guess he was saying he had an interview and I think he talked about Badu, and I believe he should have been signed with inside Fireboy, Empire Music, something like that. Music is money now. It's a lot. Do you understand? So I'm just trying to tell you the story of that young guy, Ayomaf. Okay. There was a part they talk about his friend that was killed, that was jailed, you know, all those stuff like that. But the guy is a very young guy. Okay, he has a personal brand. That's his music. Then he gets his pay from Spotify, streaming online. Okay, do you know how much this guy? That is why when Portable did that song that went viral, what was his hit song then? Eh? Zay. They started shouting that copyright issue. I mean, rights, something like rights issues on only Kodoman. There's this thing that is called. Eh? No, there's something that is called that. You know, when you like your rights, you get from. It's not reap. No, that is not. Just like a right you get from a music. So if you're signed to your record label and you are making 100 million views, let's say you are making 100 million, the percentage I get is royalty. Thank you, sir. Royalty. The percentage I'm getting is going to be like 50%. So they try to remove his name because he saw the money. Do you understand? So that is how visibility is. I'm just trying to use them as an example so that you can see the power of gaining social media presence, which lies with your brand. Okay, so I don't know if you're trying to go into music, you're not trying to do anything. Try to build a personal brand in a way you can sell online. You can sell things online. You can sell from 1,000. You hear what they said, 500 with 200, and it was able to get like 100,000 or so. It's very, very possible. Okay, your own is like you build what you hold. No, as a graphic designer, you don't have to wait. You don't have to work with the timing of our country. You have to ask yourself, okay, this graphic that I'm learning now, how is it going to be in the next 5 years? What if AI is coming to take my graphic work? Have you ever thought that way, that AI is coming to come and take your graphic work? You don't know. AI is coming to come and steal your work. It might take a long time. But before AI starts collecting our work, you have to start making something. So that when AI is coming, you are the one applying AI to aid your work. You use AI for your work. But you can never allow AI to take the whole work. But there are some parts that you can allow the AI to help you with the work. So I beg you and I plead with you, build your personal brand. Build your personal brand in school. Please. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. If anything just happen and nobody's ready to sponsor your education, what's it going to be like? How is it going to be for you? Okay? So anything you have learned, the only thing you can do is maybe like affiliate marketing, where you can bring a client to come and shoot here, and you can just talk with your guy that I'll bring clients, I'll be marketing, and my percentage, this is what I can. How much can you give me with this percentage, with this thing I'm bringing for you, sir? It's very easy, but most of us, we just feel like, no, life is so hard. Life is so hard. Like, you have to find yourself to fit in the one that best suits for you. And if you don't have a future of where you are going to, Nigeria, like I said, Mopala will give you a future. Okay, Mopala will give you a future. So anytime I come to Mopala, the only thing I remember was that I remember my story when I told you that I was all fixing phone. Do you know all these guys? One met me and said, change me screen. I met one at the mall that I think trying to buy number you long baby go just need that screen here technology. I'm not so all this space I have walked, especially that side. Bottom of that screen bang. I've done a lot of things. There's then because in Chicken Republic, Bethlehem Bang, there is another store there. I've been there as what I do was to install software. I installed software for customers that buys phone, and customers can be so annoying at times that when you buy a phone from them and you'll be telling them, please let me install just like a Google Play store on their app on their phone so that they can install anything. They will just send me away. But me, I will just do my thing and I will just sit back. That Isha look bad, okay? Do you understand? So please build your personal brand. That's just all I have for you this morning because of our time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Before we close for today, we had some questions. And please, if you have any question or you are shy to talk, you can put it into writing. Understand? Over to you, sir.
And I even feel that part of personal brand is don't be shy to talk. That question I ask sincerely. Because as time goes on, you'll be dealing with human beings as a client. Of course, whereby you have to have a conversation with them one-on-one. Your courage, your composure, your confidence is what matters to winning the heart of people. Do you understand? Alright, so I think I have a question here to quickly do it. One said, does all free jobs lead to reward? If yes, how? I think I've mentioned this. While I was talking. Doing free job. Till present, I still do free job. That is why I said, if money is your motivation of pursuing a career, then you are wrong already. The money will come, but that shouldn't be why you are. For instance, if you're fasting, for instance, on online marketplaces like Upwork and the like, whereby they used to roll out top rated job for every quarter of the year. They tell them, okay, these are the most pursued jobs in this year, in this quarter, blah blah blah, whereby I'm going to tell you some high paying job and stuff like that. So they're just trying to let you know that, okay, this is what people, freelancers, are actually going towards because of the money. But before they actually get to that stage where they can say they are freelancers, they have done their own work. They have years of experiences. So for you to be kind of motivated about how much for 2 hours are earning, how much that, do your own work first, and it might take time. Let me give it a shot. It might take time. It's going to take you 2 years, a year, 6 months. Depends on how rugged you are. Depends on how rugged you are. So just ensure that you take your time very well. So does free job lead to reward? It leads to reward. It leads to reward. But not all free job, that's the balance. Not all free job leads to reward. That is why I said when you take your time to do your own work very well, you do your own work very, very well, and you are good at what you do, then you can distinguish between what works that can lead to reward and those that just want to use your head. There are divers of people out there. They promise, don't worry. Share from our connect more in the buy. You can know who meant what they are saying and who they are taking on top of the real. So you get. So it's this reward. I've given you the yes or no to that. So when you said how would it affect? I don't understand the second question though. Okay, let me go to the third. So rendering a low rate morning work, what does it bring? Low rate. That is why I was hammering on the word value. Do you understand? Now, for instance, I'm a brand design expert about branding design for products, for individuals, for organization. I do that a lot. That's some guy in the time of holiday. They are doing graphic design. I would say they were going to do a logo design for a business for you for 5,000 naira.
700 naira.
Okay, 5 years ago. For 700 naira, for 1,000 naira, and the likes. Do you understand? They might say they are doing branding for you. They're just doing, so you put together of doing one 3D mock-up. And you put your logo, put your specialized in this, everything. It's not. But because I have evolved over the years, yes, I was once like them. Do you understand? I was doing logo design for let's say 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira. I have done the branding work for 350k. I have done what more than that. Shed my body in a deal. I'm telling you, there's a private university coming up in Nigeria currently. I have to withhold the name and the details. I did the work. I think I took the job and early last year, over 200k. That is not the full, just for their brand identity and everything alone. I have evolved over the years. I have studied. I have built confidence in what I do over the years. So when people are paying you, it is not for the service. They are paying for the years of experience. Do you spend decade? Do you spend 2 years, 3 years on learning this thing? It will add to how much you charge. And that is where what Mr. Ali was telling you, that building your personal brand, it matters. Because during that journey, you will learn self-confidence. Nobody can talk to you that you know what you want to offer. If anybody comes to you that wants to do something, it's because you have something to offer. You have a value to offer, not that you are looking for, oh yeah. There are days you will go hungry, yes sir. There are days you will go hungry. There are days whereby it's going to look like nobody is placing offer your value or something. But keep on doing what you are doing, your gap. Keep on doing it. One of the things that have actually rapid this generation is that everybody is in an haste. You want to have a sharp. How about now? You can't have everything in sharp. Some things takes time. So to become the question part, we say rendering the low rate money work. What does it bring to the table or whatever? Low rate, that's why if you know that you are not valuable enough and you can't really dispense, then why charging much? That is when people talk down at you, you will not have the confidence to defend what you are doing. But when you know you are on stage, people that will place value on you will see. I'm not going to any water. That is just it. Do you understand? That's just the last person said, okay, I think that's the only question I have here. I don't know if you wrote this question, the second question I didn't understand. I think I have to count. Everything's about free job, and the likes. So everything ends on the table of being valued. I do a lot of things now. They say there can be jack of all trade or master of none. Me, I did different too. Everything I know, I've been master of all. I'm exceptional. I can say it's not pride. Everything I'm doing, everything from my design services to photography to media, I can do it excellently well. I'm that exceptional.
I can even play instruments.
I play instruments. I sing. Part of what I'm
Say
running next to.
lights.
I do stage lighting.
Stage lighting.
Stage lighting design and setup. I everything excellently well. I
Not
have
the stage lighting that will be
the
showing
receipt
different-
is there. It's because I love anything about media. So please fall in love with what you do. Don't do it for the money. See, when you love it enough, what you're doing, photography for instance, maybe some people are designers, but if you love what you're doing enough, you will, how do I put this way now? You will grow to understand that nothing will scare you, nothing will move you again. Do you understand? It's because most people, that's why you are scared. You focus on building yourself. Focus on that value. Build yourself. Forget about the matches around. Nothing is saturated anywhere. That talking about the ponta, be good enough. People that will lay a demand on your value, they will come. They will essentially come. So I have to rest for the next questions.
Thank you so much, sir. I quickly want to say this before we ask our question, then we wrap it today for. Now, I've been receiving this question that how do we charge or how do we do our designs from you guys? I mean, some of you guys that to graduate from the level you are to the next level. Now, I think I gave you some works to do that you should redesign some works. Now, I discovered because growing up or doing my business graphics work, I discovered that there is some jobs that they pay more, but the design is simple and professional, than the ones that they will just put everything together and people don't value it. Then I begin to redesign the works that I know that is not stressful, but is just too beautiful. I go in. That was when I was introduced to Pinterest. Professional designs, professional logos. I redesign it. I don't feel like I say, this logo is too simple now. They call it professional and they bring it to me. That means it's professional. That means it's beautiful. Then I will redesign the same logo and I will push it online as if they are giving me jobs, or as if I'm doing a job, a contract for some people. Do you get it now? Then I was doing that one consistently. My first, I graduated from 500 logo to consistently, I think like maybe a month or two. Someone just called me, said he saw my logo, that he want me to give him a logo, and I charged the person 10k from 500 naira. And the person did not even question. He said, please enjoy about 7,000. I said, that means this thing work. As simple as this design is, then that means I can a logo. I can collect 7k. I was so happy that but the logo is very simple but professional. You can go online to search for these very works and redesign it, use it to build yourselves, use it to upscale yourself, so that at least you will meet up with the standard of the professionals, so that when they are typing a professional job, your work can also come out. It might be simple, but the simple is beautiful, redesign it, use another name for it, and let your jobs be out there. Brand yourself, give yourself a brand name, I mean a scale your branding work, and let people see what you are doing. Don't look at what the same thing happened to photography. People are using different big lights now. Ask us, you know what we are using now, and you see our work. As simple as we are doing the work, you see the touch of professionality on it. Then I discovered that I saw a job online, a photographer, a big photographer like that online, and I saw the editor. I said, this is simple now, but he has mastered his craft. He has done his own assignment over and over and over and over again. That is when he can do something like that. People are saying, wow, this is beautiful, this is beautiful. Don't look down on yourself, scale through on yourself, work on your branding. Don't be timid by pushing out. Don't copy, this guy is, grow in the process. Grow in the process. And as you do that, I want to bet it with you that sky is not your limit. Sky is just the